God said to tell you, check your bank account tomorrow, but do not open your mouth today. This is a serious warning. A massive financial release has been authorized for you, but it is fragile. Silence is your only protection right now. If you click away, you are walking away from the answer you cried for last night. This is not an algorithm. This is not a coincidence. This is a divine appointment set for right now. God woke me up with a very specific instruction. He told me that the relief you have been begging for is finally here. A transfer. A release of funds that have been held back by the enemy for years. It is scheduled to hit your physical reality, your bank account, your wallet, your hand, within the next 24 hours. But, and you need to listen closely, because this is where most people fail. There is a strict condition. God said, I am about to bless her, but tell her to keep her mouth shut. You cannot tell anyone, not your sister, not your neighbor, not that friend who calls you only when they want gossip. If you speak about this coming financial miracle, you will break the flow. You will cancel the deposit before it even arrives. I know exactly how you woke up this morning. I know the weight you are carrying. It is Monday. The world expects you to get up, put on a fake smile, and go back to the struggle. I know you looked at the ceiling today and sighed. You looked at that stack of bills on the kitchen table, the electricity, the credit card, the rent, and you felt that familiar knot tighten in your stomach. You are tired. You are so tired of doing the right thing and getting the wrong results. You are tired of counting pennies while watching wicked people prosper around you. You have been asking God for a sign. You have been whispering, Lord, do you see me? Lord, I am drowning. This message is your answer. He sees you. He has seen the empty fridge. He has seen the stress in your eyes when you check your balance at the ATM. And He has decided that enough is enough. The court of heaven has ruled in your favor. Restitution is coming. But the reason you have been blocked until now is because of the envy around you. There are eyes watching you right now. There are ears listening to your plans. There are people in your circle who smile to your face but pray for your poverty behind your back. God is about to bypass them. He is going to slide this blessing into your hand in secret. So before we go any further, we need to sign a contract of silence. I need to know you can handle this wealth without broadcasting it to your enemies. If you are ready to receive this money and keep it a secret between you and God, I want you to click the like button right now. Do not do it for the channel. Do it as a digital signature. By liking this, you are saying, Lord, my lips are sealed. I am ready to receive. Do it now. Let us begin. I need to speak directly to your spirit right now because I feel the heaviness you have been carrying since the weekend started. The Holy Spirit is showing me a very specific scene. You were sitting on the edge of your bed recently. It was late, maybe past midnight. The house was quiet, but your mind was loud. You were holding your phone, looking at a screen, maybe a calculator or a bank balance, and you felt a wave of panic wash over you. You put the phone down, covered your face with your hands, and you let out a sigh that came from the deepest part of your soul. You whispered, I cannot do this anymore. I know you feel like you are walking through mud. No matter how hard you work, no matter how much you try to save, it feels like there is a hole in your pocket. Money comes in, and immediately something breaks, something comes up, and the money disappears. It is a cycle of stagnation that has been following you for years. You look at other people, people who do not even pray, people who are wicked and selfish, and you see them prospering. You see them buying new cars, going on vacations, living without worry. And you ask God, why them? Why not me? I have been faithful. I have been good. Why am I the one counting every single penny at the grocery store? Listen to me. This is not bad luck. This is not because you are not smart. This is an attack. There is a spirit of monitoring assigned to your life. The reason you feel so drained, the reason you feel that sudden headache when you think about your finances, is because you are surrounded by envy. Think about it. Who are the people around you? There is someone close to you, maybe a family member, maybe a neighbor, or someone at work. They smile when they see you. They ask how you are doing, but they do not want you to succeed. When you talk about your dreams, do you notice how they go silent? Do you feel that cold shift in the atmosphere? That is the energy of envy. That is a blockage. God is showing me that every time you get close to a breakthrough, this negative frequency rises up to block it. They are jealous of your light. They are intimidated by your strength. They know that there is something special about you, something royal, and they want to keep you down at their level. They want you to stay broken. They want you to stay dependent. They want you to stay the nice, quiet lady who struggles so they can feel better about themselves. But today, that cycle ends. The transfer that is coming to you is not just money. It is restitution. It is God paying you back for every tear you cried on your pillow. It is payment for the years the locusts have eaten. You have been fighting a spiritual battle with physical weapons, and that is why you are tired. You have been trying to budget your way out of a curse. You cannot budget your way out of spiritual warfare. You need a divine override, and that is exactly what is happening right now. God has issued a court order from heaven. He has looked at your case. He has seen the injustice. He has seen how you helped others even when you had nothing. He has seen how you gave your last dollar to someone else. And He has declared, pay her back, with interest. The person who caused you pain, God is dealing with them. The debt that keeps you up at night, God is erasing it. The fear of the future, God is replacing it with a peace that passes all understanding. But remember the condition. This restitution is delicate. It is a seed that needs to be protected from the pests. If you take this news and run to tell the very people who have been praying for your downfall, you will stop the transfer. You must be smarter than you have been in the past. You must move in silence. Take a deep breath right now. Release that tension in your shoulders. I am validating right now that your pain was real, but your suffering is over. The atmosphere has shifted. Can you feel it? Now, we need to prepare your vessel to receive. We need to clear the clutter so the blessing has room to land. Now you might be asking, why silence? Why does God need me to be quiet to bless me? Does He not have all the power? Listen closely, because this is the spiritual law that 90% of believers ignore, and it is the exact reason they stay broke. You need to understand the physics of how heaven operates. Miracles are like seeds. When God plants a seed of financial breakthrough in your life, it is buried underground first. It is invisible. It needs darkness to germinate. It needs protection to grow roots before it can bear fruit. Think about a baby in the womb. For 9 months, that life is growing in the secret place, hidden, protected, warm. You do not expose a growing baby to the cold air before it is ready. If you do, it cannot survive. Your financial miracle is in a gestation period right now. It is forming. It is fragile. What happens if you dig up a seed every day to show your neighbor? It dies. It never takes root. Every time you speak about your plans, every time you tell someone, I am going to pay off my debt, or I am waiting for a big check, you are digging up the seed. You are exposing it to the harsh light of judgment and the toxic air of envy before it is strong enough to survive. You see, words are not just sounds. Words are containers of energy. They carry a frequency. When you pray, you are sending a high-frequency signal to heaven. You are aligning with the vibration of abundance. You are downloading a blessing. But when you tell your cousin, your sister, or that co-worker about your blessing, what do? Even if they smile and say, "Good for you," inside, their spirit might be screaming with jealousy. They might be thinking, "I hope she doesn't get it before me." Or, "Why her? She doesn't deserve that." That internal thought emits a low-frequency wave. It is a spiritual interference. It is like trying to download a large file on your phone using a strong Wi-Fi signal. But suddenly, someone turns on a jamming device right next to you. Their envy jams your signal. Their doubt creates a heavy atmospheric pressure that crushes your miracle before it can manifest in the physical realm. You must understand that the enemy cannot read your mind. He is not all-knowing like God. He can only act on what he hears you say. When you announce your victory before it happens, you are literally giving the enemy the coordinates to attack you. You are handing the thieves a map to your treasure. Think back. Be honest with yourself. Remember that time you had a great job interview? You were so excited. You felt in your spirit that the job was yours. You felt the shift. You went home and called a friend to tell her about it. You told her the salary, the benefits, everything. What happened next? The phone never rang. The offer never came. It vanished into thin air. Or remember when you finally saved up a little money, just enough to breathe, and you mentioned it to a family member. Suddenly, the car broke down. Suddenly, an appliance broke. Suddenly, an emergency drained that account back to zero. You thought that was bad luck. I am here to tell you, that was not bad luck. That was a leakage of power. You opened the door and the thieves walked right in. In the Bible, when the widow came to the prophet Elisha because she was drowning in debt and they were coming to take her sons, what was the first instruction he gave her? He did not say, "Go tell the town." He did not say, "Post it on social media." He said, "Go, borrow vessels from all your neighbors, and when you have come in, shut the door behind you and your sons." Shut the door. The oil did not flow until the door was shut. The miracle of debt cancellation happened in private. It happened in the secret place. As long as the door was closed, the oil kept flowing. If she had opened the door to brag to the neighbors, the oil would have stopped instantly. God is trying to do the same for you right now. He wants to fill your vessels. He wants to fill your bank account. But He cannot pour the oil if the door is open. He cannot pour the blessing if you are broadcasting your business to people who carry a spirit of lack. So, here is the new protocol. From this moment until the money hits your account, you are a ghost. You are an undercover agent of God's kingdom. If someone asks how you are doing, you say, "I am blessed," and you change the subject. You do not complain about bills, because complaining attracts poverty. But you also do not brag about what is coming, because bragging attracts spiritual parasites. You simply exist in a state of quiet expectation. You walk differently. You smile a secret smile because you know what is coming. This is a test of your maturity. God is saying, "Can I trust her with this wealth? Can she hold this secret?" Because if you cannot control your tongue, you cannot control $1 million. If you cannot manage the silence, you cannot manage the success. Right now, I want you to visualize a zipper on your mouth. Visualize a golden seal over your lips. You are protecting your harvest. You are guarding your energy. The people who hurt you, the ones who doubt you, do not worry about them. They will see the fruit later. They will see the new car, the paid-off house, the peace on your face. They will see the results, but they must never know the process. Let them be confused by your silence so they can be shocked by your success. Now that we have sealed the door and protected the frequency, let me tell you exactly how this money is going to arrive so you do not miss it when it comes. You have sealed your lips. You have closed the door to envy. You have protected the seed. Now, you need to know exactly what to look for. You need to know how this delivery is going to happen so you do not miss it when it arrives. Many people think God is going to make money fall from the sky like rain. But that is not how the kingdom works. God works through channels. He works through systems. He works through people. And right now, as I speak to you, He is rearranging the infrastructure of your life to route this wealth directly to you. I want you to listen very carefully to the 3 specific ways this money is going to manifest in the next 24 to 72 hours. One of these, or perhaps all 3, will happen to you. The first way is through administrative angels. God is moving paperwork on your behalf right now. I see a vision of files being opened and stamps being pressed down. This often manifests as an unexpected refund, a check in the mail you did not see coming, or a deposit from a source you had forgotten about. Maybe there was an overpayment on a utility bill from 3 years ago. Maybe there is an unclaimed insurance payout with your name on it. Maybe the government owes you money you stopped looking for. You might walk to your mailbox tomorrow expecting bills, but instead you find a white envelope that feels different. You open it and it is a check. It might be a tax rebate. It might be a settlement from a class action lawsuit you vaguely remember signing up for. Do not call this luck. There is no such thing as luck in the kingdom. This is God forcing the systems of this world to cough up what belongs to you. He is shaking the trees so the fruit falls into your lap. So check your mail. Check your email spam folder. Check your old accounts. The money is hiding in plain sight, waiting for you to find it. The second way is through favor with strangers. God can touch the heart of anyone, anywhere, at any time, and compel them to bless you. You might be at the grocery store, and the person ahead of you pays for your items. You might be at work, and a boss who usually ignores you suddenly calls you in to discuss a bonus or a raise that doesn't make sense on paper. I have seen cases where people had debts canceled simply because the person on the other end of the phone felt a sudden wave of compassion. You call the bank to negotiate, expecting a fight, but the representative says, "You know what? I'm going to waive those fees for you," or "I'm going to mark this as paid." That is not the bank representative speaking. That is God using their voice to speak favor over your life. Even your enemies can be used. The Bible says, "The wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous." Sometimes the money comes from the very people who tried to stop you. A lawsuit settlement, an inheritance dispute resolving in your favor, or a sudden repayment from someone who borrowed money years ago and vanished. Be open to receiving from unexpected hands. Do not look at the face of the messenger. Look at the provision they carry. The third way, and this is the most powerful one, is the digital miracle. We live in a digital age, and God is the master of all systems. I am speaking about a supernatural override of your financial status. This is when you wake up, open your banking app, and the numbers look different. You rub your eyes. You think it is a glitch. You see a deposit labeled pending that you cannot explain. Or you look at a credit card balance that used to be in the red, and suddenly it is at zero. Skeptics will say this is impossible. But I am telling you, I have seen it happen too many times to count. God is not limited by banking software. If He can part the Red Sea, He can certainly navigate a server database. He is clearing the error messages in your life. He is deleting the records of your past mistakes. Now, before the money physically touches your hand, your body and your spirit will give you signs. You need to be awake to these signs. These are the notification bells from heaven telling you the transfer is imminent. Sign number 1, the heat in your hands. This is a very old sign, but it is spiritually accurate. You might feel a sudden itching or a sensation of heat in the palms of your hands, specifically your right hand. In the spiritual realm, your hands are your portals of receiving. When they get hot or itchy, it means the energy of currency is activating your receptors. It means your hands are preparing to hold something heavy, something substantial. If you feel this sensation in the next few hours, do not scratch it. Clench your fist and say, I receive it. Do not wash it away. It is the frequency of gold aligning with your biology. Sign number 2, the angel numbers. You will start seeing the numbers 1111, 777, or 888 everywhere. You will look at the clock exactly at 1111. You will see a license plate with 777. You will buy a coffee and the total will be $8.88. Do not ignore this. 1111 is the number of alignment. It means you are perfectly positioned for the portal to open. 777 is the number of God's perfection and completion. It means the struggle is finished. 888 is the biblical number of new beginnings and financial abundance. When you see these numbers, take it as a direct text message from God saying, I am on my way. Sign number 3, the sudden peace. This is the most subtle but the most certain sign. For months you have lived with a tight chest. You have lived with anxiety sitting on your shoulder like a vulture. But suddenly, perhaps later today or early tomorrow morning, you will feel a wash of cool, calm peace come over you. The worry will vanish. The fear of the bills will disappear. You will feel light, as if a 50-pound weight has been lifted off your back. Why? Because in the spirit, the battle is already won. Your spirit knows the check has cleared before your eyes see it. That peace is the receipt. When the peace comes, the money is minutes away. I want you to check in with yourself right now. How do you feel? Do you feel that stirring in your spirit? Do you feel that anticipation rising? That is not false hope. That is the vibration of faith. We are reaching a critical point in this activation. We have cleared the blockages, we have sealed the door of silence, and we have identified the signs. Now, I need to know if you are truly committed to this process. I need to know if you are still with me, protecting the seed. I want you to go to the comments section right now. I don't want you to write a paragraph. I don't want you to tell me your life story. Remember, we are in a contract of silence. I want you to simply write 3 words. I am silent. Write it in capital letters. I am silent. This is your code to the angels. This tells them, I am ready. I am watching. I am not speaking. Go ahead, type it now. Let the algorithm see that thousands of women are standing in agreement, waiting for the rain. As you type those words, imagine you are signing the receipt for your delivery. I am silent. Do it now. Once you have typed that, come back to me, because we are going to do something very important. We are going to go into the future. I am going to take you to tomorrow morning, and I am going to show you exactly what to do the moment you see that money, so you don't lose it as fast as you got it. This is the safety protocol for your blessing. Now, I want you to do something very special with me. If you're in a safe place, I want you to close your eyes for a moment. If you're driving or working, just soften your focus and listen to the sound of my voice. We are going to leave the present moment. We are going to step into a time machine and travel to tomorrow morning. I want you to visualize this clearly. You open your eyes, it is morning. The light is coming through your window. But something is different. You know that heavy feeling that usually sits on your chest the moment you wake up? That panic about the day? It is gone. The room feels lighter. The air feels crisp. You take a deep breath and your lungs fill with oxygen, not anxiety. You sit up in bed. You reach for your phone on the nightstand. Usually, you dread looking at it. Usually, you are afraid of the notifications, the missed calls from debt collectors, the emails about late payments. But today, your hand is steady. Your spirit is calm. You know something has shifted. You unlock the screen. You tap the icon for your banking app. The logo spins for a second. That second feels like an eternity. And then the screen loads. I want you to see it. Look at the numbers. Your balance is not red anymore. There is a comma where there used to be a minus sign. There is an extra 0 that wasn't there yesterday. Stop. Hold that image. What is the first thing you do? Do not scream. Remember our contract. If you scream, you wake the house. If you wake the house, you have to explain. If you explain, you break the seal. In this vision, you simply close your eyes again. You clutch the phone to your chest and you whisper, "Thank you." You let a single tear roll down your cheek. Not a tear of pain, but a tear of relief. The pressure valve has finally been released. You are safe. Now, get out of bed. Walk to the bathroom. Look at yourself in the mirror. Look at the woman staring back at you. She looks younger. The lines of stress around her eyes have softened. Her shoulders are not hunched over in defeat. She is standing tall. She is the daughter of a king, and her father has just sent her the allowance she was waiting for. Now, I want you to walk through the rest of your day in this vision. This is the most important part. You are going to go to the grocery store. I know how much you hate the grocery store lately. I know how you walk down the aisles doing mental math, adding up the prices before you get to the register, terrified that the card will be declined. I know how you skip the brand name coffee you love and grab the generic one that tastes like dust. I know how you put the meat back because it is too expensive this week. But in this vision, tomorrow is different. You walk into that store with your head high. You grab a cart. You walk past the clearance aisle. You do not even look at the red stickers. You go to the coffee aisle and you grab the bag you actually want, the premium one. You go to the meat section and you pick the good cut. You pick the fresh fruit. You fill the cart with things that nourish you, things that make you feel abundant. And when you get to the checkout, you do not hold your breath. You do not look nervously at the cashier. You insert your card with absolute confidence. Beep, approved. You walk out to your car with your bags, and you feel a sense of power you haven't felt in years. You did not ask anyone for help. You did not have to borrow. God provided, and you are taking care of yourself. But wait, here comes the test. On your way home, you see her. You know who I mean. That neighbor who watches you. Or maybe it is that family member who always makes those little sarcastic comments about your life. She sees you unloading the groceries. She sees the full bags. She sees the peace on your face. She walks over. She wants to know what happened. She sniffs the change in the atmosphere. She asks, "You look happy today. Did something happen? Did you find a new job?" This is the moment of truth. In the past, you would have spilled everything. You would have said, "Girl, you won't believe it. God sent me money. I paid the bills." But not tomorrow. Tomorrow, you are a vault. In this vision, I want you to see yourself smiling that secret Mona Lisa smile. You look her in the eye, calm and mysterious, and you simply say, "God is good. I'm just having a blessed day." And you keep walking. You take your bags inside, you close the door, and you lock it. You leave her wondering, you leave her confused. Her envy cannot attach to you because you gave her nothing to grab onto. You kept the mystery alive. This is what it means to walk in the chosen frequency. The chosen ones do not need to prove they are blessed, they just are blessed. The evidence is in their life, not in their mouth. This visualization we just did? It is not a fantasy, it is a rehearsal. Your brain does not know the difference between a strong visualization and reality. By seeing this, feeling this, and walking through it in your mind, you have just laid down the neural pathways for it to happen. You have built the container. Now God can pour the water. You have seen the victory. You have felt the relief. You have practiced the silence, but there is one final step. We need to seal this vision so that the enemy cannot come tonight in your dreams and steal it away. We need to lock this reality in place with a final decree. I am going to pray a prayer of activation over you, and then I am going to give you the final instruction for tonight. Something you must do right before you sleep to ensure this transfer completes while you are resting. Now, place your hand over your heart. We are going to seal this work. We are going to lock the door so the enemy cannot get back in. Repeat this prayer in your spirit as I speak it over you. Father, I thank you for the transfer that is already in motion. I thank you that you have seen my tears and heard my cry. Right now, I declare a firewall of fire around my finances. I command every monitoring spirit, every jealous eye, and every envious tongue to be blinded and silenced. They will not see my blessing coming, and they will not be able to touch it when it arrives. I receive my restitution. I receive my peace. I receive my overflow. It is done. The contract is signed. The order has been dispatched. Now, to activate this physically, I need you to leave your final digital signature below. This is the code that tells the universe you are open to receive. Go to the comments right now and type these 4 words. I claim my transfer. Do not just think it, type it. When you type it, you are grounding the energy. You are making it real. I claim my transfer. And finally, here is your instruction for tonight. The enemy likes to attack the mind between 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. He wants to plant seeds of doubt while you are sleeping. Do not let him. Tonight, when you go to bed, leave this video playing in the background. Turn the volume low, just so your spirit can hear it. Let these words play over you while you sleep. It will create a protective atmosphere in your room. It will reprogram your subconscious mind from lack to abundance while you rest. If you wake up in the middle of the night, listen to the promise again. Do not let fear enter the room. God is working. The money is moving. Your job is to stay silent and get ready to receive. I will see you tomorrow with your testimony. Peace be with you.